watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. From deep, it's Harris. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hits inside, it's Berry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Flips it out to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
Coaches,
and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. From the gun, it's Owens. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Reed. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Fourth down, Reed. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Moving the pocket, it's Levin. Out wide left, it's Green. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Left side is Harris. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 31. 2nd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. There's a crease. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Got it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great catch and run for 6.
And we got something different, guys, here in the second quarter. We got points, right? No points in the first quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Return, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Keeping his eyes downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down at the 42.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for room. It's Owens. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, it's offensive line. He's establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Going to the run, it's Owens. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball. Just
got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hall. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sets his feet, it's Lemon. Stepping to the right. That's caught, it's Berry. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Long way to go on second down. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Second and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Flip it out to the back on the screen.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Got his man downfield. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right side, it's Watkins. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Buying time to his right. It's complete. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Now the Tigers will use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To the air, it's Levin. Into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. He got it right inside the pylon.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Number 8, set to advance on the play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The run inside. It's Owens. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Reed fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Bussey. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gets rid of it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Throwing Reed. Rush right in his face. Trying to make magic with his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. The give on 4th down. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
He throws back to the left side. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Grab behind the line. It's Bussey. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Craven. He's loose. Inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Hard running there. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Sets his feet. It's Levin. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll go with Durham. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out wide right, it's Horton. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Straight ahead, it's Moore. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Aggie! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Hall. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Quick give. It's Owens.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Morrow. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Here's Reed to throw. Rolls right. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense because you're trailing in the
A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, Coach DeBoer told me pregame, this is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Cotton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. throwing. Mensah. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hits inside. It's Hill. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Making the adjustment. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Mack. Complete out of the backfield. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Out wide left, it's Edwards. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from 1 tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end.
And he's in. Touchdown, Clemson Tide. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdown.
Memorial Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. From the gun, it's Davidson. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Dumps it off in the flats. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, how nice is it to have that kind of a weapon? On third down, I can throw it short of the sticks, and the big fella can catch the football, break a tackle, get upfield, be big and strong, and convert that third down.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll get rid of it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Unleashes one. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The path.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Fourth down, say it. He lets one fly deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Finds his man. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback changing the play. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll throw it. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Unleashes to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Looking for a crease, it's Davidson. He's past the sticks. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. This time they'll throw it. Max got it on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
And that's what...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Needs it here on 4th down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. At the 45 on his way. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Rush is on. Pulls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on second down. The run inside. It's Davidson.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Making the adjustment on the play. Takes it from the gun on third down. Right side, it's Wesco. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab past the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Back's got it on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Might as well run him again. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. So a quick timeout called by the offense, and if they move efficiently, they might have opportunity to run a play and stop the clock again. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. Say it. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not much went right in the first half, hoping for better things as they start this third quarter.
Yeah, you've got to put that first half behind us. This offense has proven they're better than 3 points in a first half. Now, put this drive together, build some momentum, and let's see where this game can go.
But if you're on defense, keep the pedal to the metal. Stay aggressive. Everything you did in that first half worked perfectly. Let's continue that trend here in the second half.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout call just before the delay of game. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. So now they come to the line on 2nd and 7 after the delay of game penalty. Here's Julian saying to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on 2nd down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. He tries to take the top off. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Escapes the pressure to his right. It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, the bad news on that play is they did not get the 1st down. The good news, though, luckily, the fumble went out of bounds, so they maintained possession because that could have been disastrous for the offense.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out wide right, it's Wesco. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Say it. Moving out to the right. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Here comes the heat. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense picks it up. Turning it on. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field. And anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks. And so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left.
Man, that was a game's worth of frustration right there on that pass. That was a bomb down the field, trying to get it all back because the offense just hasn't found a way to get much going. Still got the bagel on the scoreboard, and that's not what they expected. That's not what they're accustomed to when they play offensive football.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
By finds his back in the middle. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. With the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Throwing, say it. Still looking to his right. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's got an open man. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. Here's Sayin to throw. Move to his right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches...
Lets it fly. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass.
Number 96, set to kick off.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback takes a knee.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
And you got to feel great if you're this offense. You made so many plays in so many different ways to get this win.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Clemson.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He's got great speed. Taken down right away. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Sends it downfield. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives